my channel. Just like that, my favorite month of the year flew by. We're now in the month of May and everyone in Bombay is just praying for rains because it is so hot. It's time to quickly recap the things that I've loved in the month of April. Just a few things that I really liked, beauty and hair wise, and one miscellaneous favorite, which is a TV show. So let's get started. One thing that I've really liked is this L'Oreal Professionnel Wild Stylers Techni.Art Beach Wave Spray. I got this one I think like a couple of months ago and tried it out. I really liked it from the first time. I won't go into that much detail just because I've already done a blog post of how it works and how I like using it. But basically, this is just a great way to style my hair. I just apply it when it's damp and twirl, and it gives this very natural sort of surfer chic look. Like true beach waves, just the type you get when you go to the beach, of course, and it's so easy to do without any heat. Gives a good amount of definition and hold without like your hair feeling very crunchy and stiff like how it does with hairspray, and I really like using this. I usually blow dry my hair otherwise, but when I use this, I just like giving my hair a break from the heat. And when I'm away from home, I don't carry my blow dryer with me because it's like really big and heavy. So I just carry this, and this is how I style my hair, and this is how I've styled it right now as well. It's just very easy and awesome. I'm really into this look right now, so definitely been a big favorite. Now we move on to the face stuff. This is something that I actually bought from Kiehl's last year, and I always take it out whenever it gets really hot. It's the Kiehl's Micro Blur Skin Perfector. I don't know really how to explain this product because it works in like many different ways, but it's like a primer and it makes your pores less visible. It also mattifies your skin and it helps your makeup stay on longer. And it also supposedly has some skincare benefits from regular use, but I can't speak for those because I don't use it that regularly, and I just use it as like a pre-makeup product. I find that it works really well on my skin and it really lives up to like most of its claims. It mattifies my skin and makes it very smooth to touch. It does make the larger pores look smaller. I do have some larger pores on my nose and on my cheeks, despite what magazines will have you believe. Everyone has them. And it does help my base product stay on longer. So I don't use it every time I put on makeup, but I do use it when I know I'm going to be out for like a very long time, when I have a long day planned and I'm going to be out from morning to evening and I want my makeup to stay on. I reach for this. Generally, I'm skeptical when any product comes out with just a single tint, because usually that tint is like a medium tint and it's too light for me, but this has a tint and it actually works. I remember them marketing it saying that it is like an Instagram filter, real life Instagram filter for your skin, and it definitely makes a difference because it does kind of just slightly blur out imperfections and any blemishes that I may have. It makes them less obvious, and at the same time it really doesn't look like makeup. On hot days, my base is just usually this, some concealer, and then just some powder compact to set the whole thing and give it like an even finish. The only weird thing with this product is a few months after having it, I realized that the liquid in it had separated from the solid, and I tried shaking it, I tried putting it in the fridge and everything, and it has a validity like of 3 years, but I thought it had gone bad. But I did ask the Kiehl's people on Twitter, and they told me that that is completely normal and natural since they use natural ingredients. The lentil extract, it does happen. And it's not spoiled or anything, you can use it, but that's just what happens. And I appreciate that because I mean Kiehl's things are not completely natural, but they do try to use more natural ingredients and keep like away excess chemicals and preservatives. So natural ingredients react in weird ways, and I can still use it. I just need to make sure if the water comes in my hand, I just need to throw out that water and I can use the solid parts of it. So that's like a little weird quirk. But I found out that it's completely normal, and other people who I've talked to who own it also have the same issue. So if you buy a tube of it, you can expect that to happen, and there's nothing wrong with it. Now I have two makeup items, and the first one is this Lakmé Absolute Sculpt Studio Matte Lipstick. This is a new line by Lakmé and it's out in 15 shades. I have 2 of them, but Tangerine Lush is my absolute favorite because it's the kind of color that I really love, and I talk about this all the time, but I really like reddish orange colors, and this is one of them. It's a very vibrant color, perfect for this time of the year. It is not, according to me, a complete matte, but it's still a really nice formula. It's still very pigmented, and I think it's like the lightest feeling lipstick that I've ever had on. It just feels like nothing. It really feels like nothing. That was one thing that I noticed at once. It does have quite a long staying power, not very long, but if you don't eat meals, it will last you a good 5 or 6 hours. If you eat a meal, you might have to touch up just because the lipstick from the inner part of the lips does go away, but that's not a huge hassle. The formula is kind of like a solid balm, which is the first that I've ever found for a matte lipstick. It reminds me of the Revlon lip butters, but in a good way. I didn't like the lip butters that much just because they melted so much in the summer, but it's as hot as can be right now, and this isn't melting. So I take that as a good sign. This is an absolutely superb lipstick, and it's been one of my staples throughout the month of April. For the final beauty product, I have this face form kit from Sleek in the shade medium. Sleek makeup is one of my absolute favorite brands. It's based in UK, and they make all different kinds of like makeup products that are all very reasonably priced. Their brow kit is the only thing I ever use on my brows, and it makes a huge difference, and I love it. Contouring has been like one of the biggest trends in the makeup industry for the last couple of years, and it's just like the art of kind of using darker powders and shimmery powders on your face, or you can do it with some cream products just to kind of give your face a sculpted look, to make your cheekbones appear higher, to make your nose appear slimmer, stuff like that. I wasn't really that into the trend. I think it works more on editorial shoots or runways, and I don't think it's like that big of a deal for someone like me, but it's a fun thing to try. They have something called a contour kit, which is one contouring powder and one highlighting powder. But this takes it a step forward. This kit comes in 4 different shades, I think from very light to medium to dark. As far as I know, I may have gotten the names wrong, but you have the idea. And it's supposed to have 3 different powders inside. One contouring powder, one highlighting powder, and one blush. The 2 lighter shades come with a blush, but on the darker shades, they've actually given a highlighting bronzer instead of a blush. Now, I don't know why they would do that, but I don't mind because I have too many blushes and I don't have that many bronzers, and I especially don't have a bronzer with shimmer in it. So basically how I use this is I just put this powder in the hollows of my cheeks. You just need to suck your cheeks in and put it like here and make sure that you blend very well. You can also put it on your jawline, and you can put it on like the top of your forehead. I don't bother much because I have these like bangs or whatever anyway. Then because I'm going to be using the highlighting bronzer, I don't put the highlighter on my cheeks. I just put the bronzer on like the higher parts of my cheeks. It gives a nice wash of color as well as the highlighting effect. And then I put this in other areas where I want to highlight. I put it down the bridge of my nose, I put it on my cupid's bow, and I also put it in like my inner corners of my eyes. I think all of the powders are pretty well pigmented, but they are not too shiny, so you can't completely go overboard. Just make sure that you pick it up with a brush and blend it very well. All of them also build up quite well. If you feel like it's not showing up the first time, you can add a little more. I have another highlighter which I used to talk about a lot last year called the Merry Luminizer. Although that's an absolutely superb product, the shimmer in it is just so much that you need to be really careful when you're applying it, because you can go completely overboard with it and look like a disco ball. But the shimmer in this highlighter is much more subtle, and I just like the handiness of having all 3 of these powders in one neat little compact with a nice big mirror. So if you want to start contouring, you just want to play around with it, you don't need to search for a different highlighter and a different matte bronzer and all of that. You get it all in one compact. Sleek never disappoints. If you're in the UK, you can get it very easily in any store, but for anywhere else around the world, they do have a web store that supposedly ships everywhere, but it is a huge pain to order anything from there. The customer service is non-existent. They don't reply to emails, and the stuff takes so long to get delivered, and sometimes it just doesn't. And that is the reason why I used to not recommend Sleek at all, even though they have great products. But now they are available on Luxola.com, where you can just buy it from there and get it shipped to you within a week. And if you spend above 2,300, shipping is also free. and whatever price you see on the website, customs are included, so you don't have to worry about getting a heavy customs bill when your item comes to your door. So I'm very happy that they're available there, and I'm thinking of buying some more Sleek products as well soon. Those were all the beauty products that I liked this month, and now my final favorite is a TV show that I've been watching a lot recently, and it's not a TV show that's currently on TV. I think it ran for 8 seasons or something and finished in 2008. Some of you might remember it. It's called Monk, and I have the box set. I liked it when it was running on TV, and so I got the box set, and Mum and me have been watching it for like the last 2 months or so, and we're almost at the end now, which is very sad. We usually watch a couple of episodes every day during dinner. So basically it's the story of this man named Adrian Monk, and he's a brilliant detective. He sees things that anyone else cannot see. He just looks at a scene and like he figures out who did it, and it's absolutely brilliant, his abilities. But he also has like a lot of mental issues. He's highly obsessive compulsive, and he has a huge list of phobias. I think it's a very interesting show. I really like all of the characters. I think they're very round characters. They are all quite imperfect and they all have their flaws, but at the end of the day they are good people and they make the right decision. The main premise is how the show starts is that like his wife was killed in a car bomb. So the underlying plot of like the whole show is that he's solving all these cases and he's working really hard to find his wife's killer as well, and finally at the end of course he does do that. But it's a great show to watch, and usually Mum and me, our TV show choices do not intersect at all. She likes a whole different set of TV shows and I like a whole other set. But I kind of forced her to watch Monk one day and she really ended up liking it. So I've enjoyed watching it with her. If you like crime shows that are quite fun, I don't know if it's 100% believable, but it's light. If you see shows like True Detective and all, they're nice, they're very well made, but they're also so dark and so heavy and depressing. But this is like, it's a crime show, but it's still light and fun to watch, and you can watch it with kids also, maybe not really small kids, but it's suitable for kids. And I've enjoyed watching it. That was everything that I've loved last month. Did you discover anything new in April that you really liked? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.